everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now in this video we are going to cover again John Keats. In our last video we have covered biography and characteristics of John Keats, along with we have covered important quotes and MCQs. So let's begin. So as we know that John Keats had composed prominently six odes, and Ode to a Nightingale is one of them. So let's talk. Ode to Nightingale is a famous poem written by John Keats 1819. So basically it was written in 1819, and 1819 year is very important because most of his odes composed in this year. It is one of his great odes composed during the spring of 1819. The poem was inspired by the Song of a Nightingale. So basically this poem is inspired by Song of Nightingale that built its nest near Keats' house at Hampstead. Keats was living at Hampstead, and there beautiful nightingale built its nest near that house. It was first published in Annals of the Fine Art. So it is important that this poem was first published in Annals of the Fine Art. The poem is one of the most frequently anthologized poems in English literature, and the central theme of the poem, conflict between reality and imagination. Keats shows the struggle between the real world of pain. So actually, through this poem, he wanted to show the struggle between the real world and the real world was full of pain, suffering, death, and there was an ideal world. So ideal world was full of beauty, joy, and immortality, which was represented by the nightingale. The poem also explores contrast such as pleasure and pain, permanence and change, life and art, waking and dream. And the nightingale is not just a bird. So he talked that nightingale is not just a bird, it is a powerful symbol. It represents immortal art, eternal beauty, freedom from human suffering, and the bird song becomes the dominant voice of the poem and symbolizes the timeless world of imagination. So the bird's song, which was very you can say dominant voice of the poem, and it symbolizes the timeless world of imagination. Now let's talk about its important line. So the beginning of the poem's line, my heart aches and drowsy numbness pains my sins as though of hemlock I had drunk. The poet begins with a feeling of deep pain and numbness. He feels as if he has drunk of poison, hemlock, and or some opiate drug. So this numbness is not because he envies the bird, but because he is overwhelmed by the bird's happiness. The poet feels detached from reality. So actually, the poet wanted to show his feeling of deep pain and numbness, and he thought that he had drunk poison like hemlock kind of intoxication, and he wanted to say that he invites the bird, but because he is overwhelmed by the bird's happiness. Now let's talk about La Belle Dame Mercy. So La Belle Dame Mercy is a ballad by John Keats, 1819 was written. The title means beautiful lady without mercy. So it is important. What is the meaning of the title? The beautiful lady without mercy. The poem tells the story of a knight. So there is a knight, and this story is based on the knight who falls in love with a mysterious fairy like woman. So there was a mysterious fairy like woman who ultimately leaves him and alone and broken. So that knight left alone and broken. The poem deals with the theme of love, illusion, deception, destruction, and the beautiful lady symbolizes the fatal attraction. So that lady symbolizes fatal attraction, and the knight becomes a victim of love and is left physically weak and emotionally shattered. Now let's talk about important quotation of Keats. So Keats believed in the beauty of sensation. He is known as a poet of sensation over logic. He said, "Oh, for a life of sensation rather than of thought." So he called a life of sensation instead of thought. He also believed that poetry should come naturally, like leaves on a tree. So he just want to share his feeling that poetry should come naturally, like leaves on a tree. His concepts of negative capability. So he had given a term negative capability, which emphasized accepting uncertainties and mysteries without irritation or logic. Now let's talk about critical comments, which was given by Matthew Arnold. So he called Keats is with Shakespeare. So these critical comments are very important. Shelley said that Keats was a Greek because John Keats had used a Hellenistic theme in his poem. Byron criticized as a weak poet. He did not like John Keats, so that's why he called weak poet. Lewis initially undervalued him, and T.S. Eliot appreciated craft, criticized emotional excess because T.S. Eliot he appreciated his craft and criticized emotional excess because John Keats actually had used abundant of sensation or sensory imagery. So that's why he called. Bridges' odes are finest romantic achievement. So Bridges called John Keats his odes are finest romantic achievement. Now let's talk about MCQs which are related to his work. These all MCQs are important from the point of view of exam. So Endymion opens with which famous line? A beauty is truth, truth beauty, or a thing of beauty is joy forever. I heard melodies are sweet, or my heart aches. So option B is correct. That is a thing of beauty is joy forever. Now, which poem contain the line beauty is truth, truth beauty? So option A, Ode to Nightingale. Option B, Hyperion. Option C, Ode on a Grecianer. Or option D, Lamia. So the correct option is C, Ode on a Grecianer. Now, next question. Ode to a Nightingale was written in which year? Option A, 1816. Option B, 1817. Option C, 1818. Or option D, 1819. So option D is correct, 1819. Nightingale was written. Ode to Nightingale. La Belle Lane Since Mercy is a which kind of poem? Option A sonnet, option B ode, option C ballad, option D epic. So the correct answer is option C, it's ballad. Now next question we have, which poem was left unfinished by Keats? So this is very important question. Option A Lamia, option B Endymion, option C Hyperion, option D Isabella. So option C is correct, Hyperion. The poem Isabella based on a story from so option A Homer, option B Boccaccio, option C Milton, or option D Spenser. So option B is correct. It is Boccaccio's Decameron. Sorry. Next question we have, the Eve of St. Agnes is option A tragic drama, option B a narrative poem, option C a sonnet, option D an ode. So option B is correct and narrative poem. Next question we have, heard melodies are sweet but those unheard are sweeter. This is very important lines and in most of the exam it has been asked. So this line is taken from mm, that is a ode by John Keats, Ode on a Grecianer. So here in this line he wanted to say that हर्ड मेलोडीज की जो सुनी हुई गीत होती है वो काफ़ी मधुर होती है, लेकिन जो गीत सुनी नहीं गई है, जो सॉन्ग नहीं सुना गया है, वो और ज़्यादा मधुर होता है. सो टेल मी द आंसर. ऑप्शन ए ओड ऑन melancholy, ऑप्शन बी ओड ऑन a Grecianer, or ode to Psyche, or ode to Lamia. So the answer is B, ode on a Grecianer. Next question we have, To Autumn is a poem about option A death, option B love, option C nature and season, option D war. So answer C is correct, nature and season. Which ode begins with my heart aches and a drowsy numbness pains? So option A, ode to a psyche. Option B is ode on indolence. Option C is ode to nightingale, or option D is ode on melancholy. So option C is correct, ode to a nightingale. Now next question we have, Lamia deals with political themes, supernatural love story, war, religious conflict. So option B is correct, supernatural love story. Next question we have, which of the following is not an ode by Keats? Option A, ode on indolence, ode to psyche, ode to liberty, or ode to a skylark. So option D is correct, ode to a skylark. It is by Shelley. Next question we have, Hyperion is based on Greek mythology, Roman history, biblical story, or medieval legend. So option A is correct, Greek mythology. Next question we have, the theme of Ode on Melancholy is joy of what? Relationship between joy and sorrow. Option political revolution and industrialization. So option B is correct, relationship between joy and sorrow. And the last question is, Keats' last great ode written in 1819 was Ode to Psyche, Ode to Indolence, Ode to Autumn, or Lamia. So option C is correct, that is Ode to Autumn. So must go all the MCQs which I have covered in this video, and thanks for watching this video.